Hello, everybody. So, I might go out and about today, and I might not. It depends on how the day goes. I try not to do things that I didn't plan on doing at the beginning of the day. But I may do something if I get inspired along the way to do something. So, we'll see. All right, then. Can you see me now? All right. So, I wanted to give a shout out to all those who are celebrating the 4th of July. Okay, everybody knows that words mean something. All right, so we all that are awake, we know what July means. All right, to a bunch of people. And July means something to another group of people. The 4th of July means a lot of things, but it clearly, clearly does not mean independence to everyone. Okay, if you one of them that it doesn't mean independence to, then you get it. You know, like if you're in prison or in jail or something. Which I got something. I have a launch in here to help me quit smoking. With all my tenacity, I'm having trouble quitting smoking. But anyway, I'll get it eventually because it's on my mind. So as time goes on, something will come up and it'll be like, oh, okay, quit smoking like this. Usually it's going to be using one of my guardian angels who's going to smack it out of my hand. That's just what they do. All right, so anyway, during the holiday, 4th of July, I just want you to look at or listen to what you're saying, okay? July. July. All right? I mean, it's right there in your face. If you really, if you're not under the influence of something, you'll be able to hear what you're saying. What was that one famous phrase that Chris Rock made? Yeah, let me see. It was right on the tip of my tongue. Can't you understand the? Oh, what was that, Chris Rock? Well, anyway, whoever it was, he said, "Can't you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?" Okay, so I just need you to understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. Now, hey, if you were born on this day or something, hey, you didn't pick to be born on this day. So I'm not telling you that if you were born on this day, you're of your father of lies. That's what the deceiver is. He's the father of lies. So technically, this is one of his holidays. Okay? I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Jesus said to some people who were trying to help him along in his ministry, he told them that they are of their father of lies. And what he was talking about, that they were saying that they were from his family. Okay? I mean, once you read the story, you'll get it. All right? One thing I want you to do when you read the Bible, go ahead and read it if you understand it or if you don't. And I want you to read a chapter and I want you to try to form a picture of what you just read in your mind. Okay, some people would say in your mind. Okay, and once you see the picture, you'll get it, and you can understand the Bible in pictures. What they did when they interpreted the Bible, it was interpreted from pictures, because the Bible was originally a pictorial book. Okay, so the Bible wasn't really written in English. Okay, so my uh, lesson today is for people who really speak any language. All right, because you'll know the truth when you hear it. It doesn't matter who you hear it from. All right, if you go to United Nations meeting, everybody at the United Nations meeting doesn't speak the same language. So they have interpreters. So they will hear something in English and their interpreter will interpret it in their language. All right? And if you hear what that interpreter said and if it was the truth, all right, you smile or you consent to what you just heard. All right? And I can't understand why they think having a United Nations where people can't understand each other is a good idea. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? I will scatter them and confuse their language, I think is what the Bible says. It has something to do with the story of Babylon, or the Tower of Babylon. Okay? So, I digress. Okay, now, let's get back to the 4th of July. For those of you who use a lie for whatever reason, okay, it's probably because you're trying to get or solicit a certain response from someone. Oh, I don't think they could handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. All right, hold on. This is me rolling my own cigarettes. I'm like, hey, I'm not giving you $300 a month for $10 a pack of cigarettes for 30 days. I'm just not doing that. All right, it just doesn't seem to make any sense. I could buy this big old bag and this box of 200 filters for $10, $13, $14, $15 and smoke my brains out. You know what I'm saying? Just making a reference to me saying I've been able to quit everything except for smoking. Okay. So, I digress. All right, so let's go with the name. All right. Can't you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? It's July. And I'm not talking about the people overseas. All right. I'm just talking about a lie. And some of the reasons that people will use them. Sometimes they'll use them for a good reason in their brain. Because I've noticed that when I went to court, they were operating off of a lie. Now, the only reason why I say that is because if somebody tells you half the truth, okay, it's a lie. All right, half truth, half lie. Or half truth and half omission. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to go in the other room. I could hear myself talking, so I'm thinking I'm still on camera. All right, so a half truth and omission, and half truth with a lie. It's a lie. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And then people get right up on that stand and lie. I don't get it though. And the judge is supposed to figure out who's lying or who's telling the truth or something. Well, the problem with leaders being able to determine who's telling the truth and who's telling a lie was the same thing that Pontius Pilate found out when he was trying to do something with Jesus. And Jesus explained to him, he said, hey, you'll know the truth when you hear it. Okay? And Pontius Pilate said, what is truth? So leaders don't know. Even leaders don't know what the truth is. Oh, geez, I'm just steady talking and walking. So even the leaders don't know what the truth is, okay? All right. But people like you and I, we've been chosen to see between the lie and the truth. All right. So the truth you have is not your truth. Oh, shoot. All right. The truth that we go by is the truth that God gives or says, okay? That's the truth. All right, so just go by that. All right. The reason why you want to go by that is because it's the same truth every time you read it. But when you are dealing with people, and if they come up with a certain kind of truth, there's just too many people, and there's too many truths that each person has. Okay. So remember, what we're talking about here is the July. All right. A lie has a father. And here's the problem with following a lie. That's witchcraft. All right. The things that we think are witchcraft aren't. And the things that are not witchcraft, we think that they are. Like meditating. The best way to get to point A to point B is taking a true bearing. Okay? That's how they travel the seven seas or something. They use the term called true bearing. All right? So basically, they're just following a star because the star shows up in the same place every time. So you just go toward that. So, for example, if you get lost somewhere in the forest or something like that, you could probably find your way out if you don't panic and if you follow the star or you follow the stars. You know where the Big Dipper is at home, and you know where it is in the sky. It's usually to the right. I can't ever say that I've ever seen the Big Dipper in the left of the sky where I live. Okay. So all you got to do is walk that way. Like the Magi did when they found the Christ, they followed the star. See, these are things that you can do. It's just nobody tells you how to do it in 2024. Okay, they want you to use GPS and stuff like that there. All right. But if you look at the signs along the road, it always says east. If you're following something east, eventually you'll see signs that'll help you get to your destination. When I was in the military and I was stationed in Camp Lejeune, I didn't know anything. I was 17, 18, 19 years old. I didn't know how to go from Pittsburgh to from North Carolina to Pittsburgh. So the guys, in their infinite wisdom, said, oh, well, you just go to I-95. Follow that north. And then when you see the signs for, Pennsylvania or whatever, then you go west, young man, if you ever heard that term. And I was able to find my way home every time. We didn't have GPS. I might have had a map in the car, but I never had to use it.